Today, I have finally decided to take on the journey and read One Piece. It's been a long time coming. I have been obsessed with shonen anime since I was younger, from watching Dragon Ball Z to becoming obsessed with Naruto, and then later watching Bleach. I've seen My Hero Academia, a decent amount of Black Clover, and yet I've only seen a small portion of the world-shatteringly popular One Piece. Now, I don't know why that is. I did watch a little bit of it when I was a kid, but today I have finally decided to read all of One Piece, and I want to take you on my journey through it. This isn't going to be a chapter-by-chapter review of One Piece. It's been going on for a while, so I'm not sure how interested people are to watch me slowly break down the first chapter of One Piece when it's been out for so long. But I want to read it, and I wanted to vlog my experience. I want to give you some reactions and expectations of what's going on, and just quick reminders of my journey, and just kind of keep a video diary of it. I'm super excited about it. And today, I brought the first 3 volumes of it. Sadly, I couldn't buy all the volumes right at once, so I got them from my library. So they're 3 volumes per is how I'm going to be reading it, and each episode I'll be going through 3 volumes, just talking about my initial reactions from someone who hasn't seen One Piece in a long time. Now, for a little context, I'm trying to think of the last thing I can remember from One Piece. I remember specific characters, obviously Luffy, Nami, Zolo, Sanji was a favorite of mine growing up. But I always watched it on a very loosely basis. You know, I remember some big villain arcs and different kind of character arcs. I'm pretty sure the last time that I watched it, they were just going into the sky. Don't really know what that means, but that, for any of you who have seen it, that was a long time ago. And the only major villain that I can remember outside of, I can remember Buggy the Clown, and I can remember the guy with the long sword fingers that touches his glasses like that. And I know those will be coming early on, and I don't really remember their names. I don't really remember how the arcs turned out very well. And I do remember the big shark villain. I mean, it's probably funny for you guys, I can't even remember his name. But today, I'm going to start reading it. And I'm just so excited to read what is one of the most popular comics of all time, one of the most popular manga of all time, and just seeing someone as good as Oda is at crafting a manga. I've never even read a page of it before. I've watched a little bit of the anime, but never actually read it, so I'm super excited about it. So let's get started. I'm going to dive right into reading it, and we'll come back with some of my specific reactions and give you some things to look at. So I just started reading a little bit of the book. We're a few chapters in. I'm in the car with my girlfriend, Julie. Julie, say hi. There she is. Also, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, she's reading One Piece with me. So that's exciting. It's one of her favorite manga ever, so I'm super hyped about it. So right now we're driving. I've been reading a little bit of it, and I just want to talk really briefly about Luffy's introduction to, specifically when he's on the boat and he flies out of the barrel. I forgot how much I love that scene. That scene's awesome, and it just, I think, really encapsulates like everything Luffy's about just so easily, with him jumping out of a barrel and people thinking it's liquor. Like, it's super funny and it's awesome. So I'm super hyped about reading it. Right now we're just doing a little driving, but so I'm almost done with the first 3 volumes, so I'll see you back when I'm finished it. So we finally finished reading the first 3 volumes, and it was even better than I anticipated going into the beginning. You know, a lot of shonen anime are just very formulaic at the beginning, and I know One Piece is earlier on than a lot of the new titles that I have been watching recently, but I was surprised on how invested I was so quickly by like a few chapters in. One of my first real takeaways from the first 3 volumes was Luffy as a protagonist. I really thought he was super interesting and super funny, and how every time he's in the room, you know he's probably the strongest person there, especially right now. And to see him, everyone underestimates him all the time. And so to see him always just win in the end, but never brag about it, and always be focused on his ideals, I thought it was a super good way to start it. I remember how fun Luffy was, but I really forgot how his moral code really keeps a basis for it. Specifically, Shanks losing his arm was a vivid memory that like I just forgot about, but it came rushing back after I read that. So that was super cool, and I think that sets up a great connection between them that I'm very excited to read in future volumes, and really excited to see what Shanks has been doing all this time, where he's at. And I was also a little taken by surprise on how much I liked the artwork. Oda has a little bit of an off-putting character designs, and can be goofy when you just kind of glance at it. But his character designs and his artwork and the humor that he employs, but also even in these first 3 volumes, the emotion, specifically when Luffy's straw hat is hurt and messed up by Buggy the Clown, that was excellent in showing just the rage that Luffy felt. So overall, the first 3 volumes were kind of surprised me. I didn't think I would be that excited to keep reading it. I can't wait to get the next few volumes and really dive into it. I'm excited to get more into Nami's backstory. And overall, I think it's a great start to a series that I know is going in great directions, because I've always heard great things. I've heard snippets of things that happen later on, and I'm so excited to keep reading it. But I think this was a great start to the manga. It really took me by surprise. Normally, I'm not hooked that quickly. Usually, for me, it takes me a while to get into manga. Takes me to read more than 3 volumes. Usually, it's about 5, 6, 7 volumes that I really get into the series. But I'm really excited to keep reading this. So can't wait for the next one. We'll call this chapter 1 through 3. I know it's volume 1 through 3, but chapter just sounds better. So I'll see you for chapter 4 through 6.